I'm in the middle of a field.
Mm-hmm.
Can smell flowers. I feel like this is part of where I work.
You think you work on the field?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What else do you notice? Look to the left, to the right. What do you notice in the field?
It's just me here today.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Usually there's more of us.
Okay.
But something happened to some of the others. So they want me to be here by myself today.
They do. All right. Just connect with your body.
I'm female,
Mm-hmm.
wearing like a white gauzy dress. My skin is black.
Okay.
Flowers. I'm here to gather flowers.
Okay.
That's what we care for. And we sell them at the market.
You do. Okay. Mm-hmm. Does your body feel younger, middle-aged, older?
Probably more so middle-aged. I feel like I've been here for a while.
Mm.
I'm not wearing any shoes. It's easier.
Mm-hmm. Why is it easier?
It's easier to move through the fields because of the mud. I tend to
Okay.
get stuck.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned something happened today. Can we explore that? Why you're working alone?
Others, they got in trouble. They
Why?
were stealing the flowers. They were hoarding them for themselves to make money on their own. And our owner didn't appreciate it.
All
So
right.
he has them somewhere else. I don't know exactly where he put them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You mentioned that you have an owner.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about where you live. What does it look like?
Just looks very plain. Just kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's hot. It's always hot, muggy.
Mm-hmm.
Might be more south.
Okay. What
We
do you
have to
notice?
walk here, like into the plains ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
The housing is really far away.
It is far. All right. Let's explore the dwelling that you do live in. Let's move there now.
It's really small,
Mm-hmm.
made of wood. The walls are unfinished. I have like 2 sets of bunk beds in my room. I have a very small area to make food.
Mm-hmm.
There's 4 of us who live here. We're all women.
Okay.
We take turns on cooking and ensuring that others are taken care of.
You do. Okay.
We tend
Mm-hmm.
to care for the wounded.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
Tell,
lot of accidents that happen here.
yes. Are there? Tell me about the wounded. Who's getting wounded?
The other workers
Mm-hmm.
tends to be gashes and sometimes there's broken bones. Tends to be the men more than the women.
Okay. How are the men getting injured?
Sometimes through machinery.
Mm-hmm.
Something breaks and they think they can go fix it and they end up getting mangled.
Okay.
Or sometimes just people not paying attention. And then whatever they're using to harvest just slices another.
And what is it that you are harvesting?
they do something different than what the women do. I feel like it's tobacco. They're trying to be quick about it whenever they do it, but it ends up in more people getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were stealing some of that along with everything else
Why would they do that? Why would they steal, knowing the consequences?
to get away. They needed the money to get away.
Mm-hmm.
It's expensive to get out of this working and get out of this line that we're in. Most people die during work
Okay.
instead of ever being released.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that?
I feel like it's just easier to stay here and not push myself to the brink of death. There's too many people who've been hurt, and I've seen it happen that I'm too old trying to be released.
Mm-hmm. Were you ever
I at
a
least get
part?
food here.
Oh, good. Were you ever a part of the plan, a plan to escape? Did you ever think about doing that?
No, but I always hear the others talking. I warn them of the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
What will happen if they fail? Trying to ask them if it's worth it. Before I
Okay.
came here, I was always hungry.
So you like
Now,
that there's food.
yes, it feels like this is finally a good place for me rather than where I was previously.
Mm-hmm. Where were you previously?
The streets,
Mm-hmm.
I got left there. No one ever came back.
Mm-hmm.
And soon this person found me.
Let's explore the main house and what that looks like. Are you allowed to go inside of it?
Only a small area,
Mm-hmm.
and mainly it's to drop things off and then I have to leave.
Okay. And what does this house look like?
It's large, maybe 2 or 3 floors. It has not like a yellow, pale yellow siding. The area that I can go into is on the right side. I have to enter through a side
Mm-hmm.
back door,
What is that back door? Where does it lead you to?
like a storage room.
Okay.
It's usually where we go and put what we've done for the day, and it's checked to make sure we met how much we should have picked. And from there, it looks like I can go into like a kitchen area. It's really large, but this isn't where we can cook our own food. We have small stuff in our houses. I have friends who work in the kitchen. They say they like it better here than outside.
They do. Okay. Have you ever wanted to work on the inside?
I do as I get older
Mm-hmm.
and bending over and everything is getting harder, but it's so hot in the kitchen at all times. It's hard to get in here and be chosen to work here.
Let's go ahead now and we're going to move to an important day. It's going to be an important moment. What is happening?
I'm in the main part of the house. I'm waiting for someone to come speak to me. I was summoned here today. I don't know why. I don't know what I did.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel right now?
I'm stressed. I'm worried that something's going to happen to me for maybe possibly someone else's mistake. There's footsteps approaching.
Okay.
It's the owner, and he wants me to follow him.
Okay. What does he look like, this owner?
Kind of older. He's wearing like dress pants and a shirt and jacket. He's taking me to his office. He's asking me what I knew of the others' plans.
The ones that were stealing.
And this time someone tried to escape.
I see.
He doesn't believe me, and when I tell him that I know nothing, he feels like I should know more. People come to me for help. It's getting hard for me to understand why he doesn't believe me.
What happens next?
He just keeps yelling and yelling, asking me over and over who would know more, but I really keep to myself other than the girls in the kitchen. I stay away from the men unless they need something. He stands up from behind a desk, comes round to me and grabs my face, demanding that I tell the truth. He still doesn't believe me, and I know he won't, so I just start giving him names so that way he wouldn't hurt me. Names of one I know who wanted to escape, but I'm not
Hmm.
even sure if they were with the plan or not. I basically sentenced them to their death with those names.
What happens next?
He tells everyone that someone gave names and people knew I was inside the house, so they all assume it was me. No one will talk to me or help me now. My things keep getting ruined.
What do you mean?
Like the blankets have holes in them now, or
Mm-hmm.
utensils I used to have are bent, basically unusable. Someone is coming into our hut and destroying only my things.
Do you know who it is?
Now it could be anybody. They all hate me now. They're all upset that I gave names, and those people died for it.
How many died?
About 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
I only gave 2 names, so there has to be others. Yet no one is destroying everybody else's stuff
Mm-hmm.
and making our lives harder. It's getting frustrating.
What do you do?
I want to speak up and speak out, but I don't want to make things worse. It's easier to keep quiet and survive through it, especially knowing that there are other things people could do. People could say my name as part of the next plan as easily as anything,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be the next one to die.
All right, let's go ahead and move ahead in time. Going to move to another important day. Something important is happening. Where are you? What is happening?
I'm still at my house and sleeping. There's banging on the door. It's just me here now. The other 3 have left
Left where?
to live with others. They don't want to live with me anymore. The banging on the door is getting louder. I finally awake to it. Open the door. Standing there is 2 men. They look like the men who watch us in the fields. They grab me and pull me with them, and they take me to the main house. There are other women waiting. All of them look like I do, like they've been pulled out of bed in the middle of the night. All of us are being accused. They're
Accused
accusing
of what?
us. They're accusing us of being able to do witchcraft because we heal. They think our remedies of healing are witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is denying it, and they're not believing us. I knew something like this was going to happen, but I didn't think this would be the accusation that I would receive. There's no way to prove otherwise and prove them wrong. They take all of us to a cell and leave us there, and we have to wait until he decides what he's going to do with us.
Mm-hmm. So is the owner the one that is accusing all of you of witchcraft?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
he said that there were stories told, and that people had came forward with names of those who they believed practiced the craft.
Okay.
I've never in this lifetime practiced. I only use natural remedies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm confused on why someone named me, but
Mm-hmm. So you're in the cell with these other women. What do they say?
they're frustrated. They won't even come near me still. I'm alone in a corner. They're speaking about how did he get their names and who could have done it and who could have said something. It sounds as if they were actually trying to figure out a way how to kill the owner before they were caught. They thought if he was gone that they would be free. It's not really how it works though. We'll be just passed along to someone else. The rest of them are sitting together trying to figure out ways to get out of this accusations. But I know it's impossible. There's no way to not prove that you're a witch.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically doomed.
How long do you feel you're in there?
Feels like it ends up being days, maybe over a week. They've been taking them out one by one, and they never come back. So they must be facing trial, even if they actually get a trial.
Hmm. So even if they are you are all owned by your master, they're still pulled away from the property and
No, he's doing it himself.
he's doing it. I see.
He's making a choice on who gets to live and who gets to die.
Mm.
But we don't even know who's alive for the ones who've been taken away already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wonder if he knows about their plan or if it's just a coincidence. It's really cold where we are. I'm not used to it from living here and it always being hot. The others are just growing upset from being stuck here for so long.
Mm-hmm. So when do you get called? Let's go to that time. Tell me what happens.
It's almost 2 weeks after initially being pulled out of my house.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the last 5 or so left in the cell. They finally called me to come with them. It's hard to stand because you've been sitting in a position for so long due to not be able to move much. I'm like limping towards them to the opening of the cell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even resisting. I've just accepted my fate.
Where do they take you?
They're taking me not to the main house, to a smaller building on the outside. It's silent on the inside. There's nothing happening. No one's talking in there.
Who's in there?
It looks like my owner and a couple of other men. They're just waiting for me to come in. He then explains to me that I'm there to be proven or not a witch. Even though I'm sitting there denying everything, they still feel like I have to find physical ways to prove that I'm not a witch. There are no physical ways I can prove it. It's what they're asking for is not attainable. I just wanted to live here and just be happy. And yet here I am, waiting for them to decide my fate.
Mm-hmm.
It takes such a long time to make me wait the whole time, sitting on my knees in front of like a pew area. They explain in the end that whether I'm guilty or not, I'm no longer able to continue my work where I am. He's gonna kill me, and he's gonna have his friends either help or watch. I'll just name it like it was another accident on the job.
Did they ever give you an opportunity to explain anything? Were you able to speak?
Yes, but they didn't believe what I said,
Mm-hmm.
especially because I was one who previously named names. They feel like that could have led me to the devil and to be in his worship. Everyone has died who's come here. He tells me so.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
They start by making sure I can't move, and it's like a torture. They take little slices to my skin just to start a slow bleed. They can't use the usual fire, it's too noticeable. So they just bleed us out until we're no longer able to remain conscious. He doesn't tell me where that he's put the others. He just keeps saying how I'm deserving of this because I have turned my back on the church and God. You can hear his friends laughing the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
They just enjoy watching this. This feels like it's a game to them. Well, it's my life. Pretty soon it becomes hard to even hear what they're saying, or even comprehend it.
You may notice lights, light energy, colors. As they step forward, I do have a question for you. Looking back at this life that you have just explored, you know the answer to this. How is that life affecting the life of today?
I'm overthinking everything
Mm-hmm.
to prevent harm to myself and others.
Mm-hmm. So it doesn't allow you to have the freedom to make decisions.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else?
I feel like there's more, but I can't like grasp the words.
Okay, it's okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So tell me what you notice now with guidance, the presence of your spirit team with you. What do you notice?
It's still the four.
You see 4? Mm-hmm.
I'm able to clearly identify two. That's because I've seen them previously.
Mm-hmm.
Akman's still there, and he's still the one I see the clearest.
Okay. Let's have him step forward to moderate. And what does he look like to you?
He's male. I feel like his skin tone kind of reminds me of an Egyptian.
Mm-hmm.
He has a dog-like presence with him, like his personality feels that way.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you. We love you and honor you all. Thank you for being here. Can you tell us, please, why was this lifetime important? Why was this one chosen for her?
Has something to do with overthinking.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I overthink too many decisions now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not allowing myself, and I'm worried too much about my decision making
Mm-hmm.
and the consequences of it.
Yes.
But that aspect is causing problems. It has sometimes led me to the wrong choices. If I
Yeah.
continue, it's if I continue this way, it's gonna make me miserable.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's important to see where this is coming from. What advice collectively does your spirit team have for you today? What do they want to say to you?
While you want to think out your choices, there has to be a time where you don't spend days on one thing. It's better sometimes to move forward with what your gut is telling you to do and not what your brain is thinking you should do.
Mm-hmm.
She's still guiding me towards choices, but I always make the final decision.
Very good.